And we begin here at 11 with an update from a Western New York town giving the green light to recreational marijuana. Good evening, everybody. I'm Michael Wooten. Scott and Mary Alice are off tonight. Municipalities had until the end of last year to opt in or out of adult use marijuana dispensaries. And now towns like Orchard Park are deciding where those shops can actually operate. 2 on Your Side's Liz Lewin has updates from tonight's board meeting. So Liz, how is Orchard Park at least planning to regulate these marijuana sales?
Well, Michael, it all started with a public hearing tonight. And let's just say what was expected to be about a 30-minute hearing on a historically controversial topic in the town of Orchard Park seemingly only lasted minutes. After postponing the vote tonight, the town board voted to pass a local law that officially changes the zoning code where recreational cannabis shops and dispensaries can operate. Now, this issue was the first of 3 public hearings on tonight's agenda, and when the time came, no one from the community stood up to speak in opposition nor in favor before their board moved forward with the vote. So let's get right to it. Where exactly can these shops now operate? Now, according to this new local law, they can do so in a designated area within the I, also known as industrial zone. While some people have been referring to that area as the, quote, adult use zone, the town supervisor says that's incorrect. You can't have a zone within a zone. This is the same part of town where adult businesses would be allowed, but I'm also told other businesses can also operate there if they meet the criteria. Now, the overall point of all of this is that cannabis dispensaries will no longer be in residential areas. Councilmember Connor Flynn says he disagrees with how quickly the town moved to this decision and ultimately doesn't think it's enforceable. It's a decision he feels will ultimately result in lawsuits and unnecessary taxpayer dollars spent. Here's a bit of what both the supervisor and Councilmember Flynn shared with me tonight.
Our I-zone is mainly business offices, interior manufacturing. It's not a tire manufacturer. It's not General Mills making Cheerios, and you know, our I-zone is different. And there are a number of open lots that retail stores could be, and there are also most likely open office space where they could be. And so we felt that was a compromise.
No files were submitted, no records were submitted to show that we actually did the sufficient study that's required by the law to pass a zoning change. It could also be challenged with the Cannabis Control Board. After the December 31st decision date last year, where we did not opt out of cannabis dispensaries, now that that date has passed, we can't now pass a law that makes locating a cannabis dispensary in town unreasonably impracticable, which is what exactly what this law does.
So, Michael, this zoning change would limit dispensaries to a totality of roughly 5 lots in town. Now, while the changes are effective immediately, we have to remember that New York State has first to give the green light on when those shops can set up and start running. Some say that might not happen until late this year. Others say most likely early next year. Here in the Information Center, Liz Lewin, Channel 2 News.